Hello guys, welcome to the channel. This is Marco and you are at DIY shop. So today I'm going to be doing a little LED work in the front of the house. It's going to look really nice. So I picked up these LEDs at Amazon, and I wasn't too thrilled when I got them because they're not the older ones that have the built-in rubber on them. These you could kind of like feel like you could almost slide them out. So you know, at first I was not happy that I received them. I tried them out. The color was actually okay. It's kind of hard to find them. A 3K, because that's all I have in the landscaping, 3K, so I want to keep everything 3K inside and out the house. I didn't want to jump to different colors, so they always tell you 3K and then they show up, it's like 4 and then it looks terrible. So, you can't put any double-sided tape on this. It won't work. This rubber has some kind of coating or something. It won't work. I tried it and it falls off immediately. So you can't. So next thing they send you is these little rubber, look at this. You know, so when you put them on top, it doesn't really hold them. It doesn't really hold them, so this slides around. So if you want to stretch this material, you can't. You don't want to stretch it too much. You just want to keep it, you know, kind of snug. But this is kind of trash. So being the DIY that I am, so this is what we're been doing. So this is for your 1/2-inch Romex cables, you know, run them in the attic and things like that. So it works actually perfect. But kind of like the same thing, you know, it's got a big gap on it. So when you put it, I heard it with my hand, it slides, it doesn't give it, you know, if you want to hold it, it's fine, but I kind of want to keep it a little bit stretched out. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting it just a little bit, and then I'm cutting the nails. I don't want too much nail going in my in the wood trim of the house, because then they're hard to take out. So I'm just going to cut the nail a little smaller, so if I ever need to take it out, it's easier for me to, you know, take it out. But this works fantastic. So I, you know, already had this here in the house, and so it works good. I like it, and I'm going to be probably either getting rid of this or leaving it for if I need to do maintenance or replace it. It's easier for me. If not, you know, I'll go ahead and do the soldering. I'll tell you there, plus minus 24 volts in. I picked the 24 volts. They're a little stronger, light up a little bit better than the 12 volts that I've purchased in the past. Not all the time, but you know, it works pretty good. So picked up also one of these guys too, actually, from Amazon. So I have 2 of those, and I picked up 2 of these. These are 10 meters, 32.8 feet, which is exactly what I needed. And I'm gonna do the other side. I already did this side, the front of the house. It looks absolutely amazing. So I don't know if you can see it. You see the clips up there? I'm running it all the way to the edge and all the way to that edge. So in this case, I'm just testing it. I'm going to go in the screen, and then I'm going to get a Lutron cassette switch, and I'm going to run it because I normally do it with my Christmas lights and things of that sort. So it looks pretty straight. I'm quite happy. I've used the tape, the double-sided, and when I woke up in the morning, it had pretty much falling out. And the reason for this setup is that it lights up the whole entire front evenly, so it looks pretty sharp. And originally I wanted to put the single lights on the soffits, but then, you know, you look like you have cones lighting up the house, and then it's uneven. This way it's not a nice even setup. And I basically just ended it in that corner right there. I didn't want to go any further. I didn't want to, you know, walk in through here, let's say, and see the actual lighting itself. I'm not a fan of that, but you know, you're not going to really see this since you're standing here, all you're gonna see is the light, and it looks amazing. So stay tuned. Everything I have is 3K. All the light bulbs, all the landscaping, they're everywhere. So it looks really, really sharp. All right. I'm not gonna really show you how I'm gonna install this. It's very, very simple, you know. I'm only using one nail. That's good enough. In some of the areas where I wanted just to stretch it, I will use 2 nails like this one. And then, you know, back to 1 nail. So it all depends how flat or how straight you want it. You know, that's your personal preference. But you know, other than that, I'm gonna stick to using these little Romex clips with the nail, and I'm not gonna use these. So I do have some cabling that I'm gonna be, you know, putting in the attic. The Lutron Caseta switches, you could, I'll put the links below. I have them throughout the house, you know, running lights, everything's, you know, kind of automation. It's really, really nice. It's easy to set up with the app. And you could pick up each switch like $50, $55 or $60 at Home Depot. Or you can get them in the internet if you wanted to. You set it up and pretty much everything's automatic through your phone. So I've always loved Lutron. It works good for me. You could use other types if you want. You could do it manually, or you could put a timer on it. Whichever one is easier for you. In my case, I have attic access. I have electrical up there. So I'm just gonna plug it in, make like a little double gang box, and that's pretty much it. You know, I'm gonna keep it simple. And I would add that. I will do one of those on the video so you can see how I do it. But other than that, I mean, you don't have to use this type. You could use the other type. Let me see what I have here. Yeah, I ran out. I used them all up. Actually, no. Let's see, I think I have it here. Alright, here it is. So this is the one they originally used. You know, it has the rubber on it, watertight. This is really what I wanted, but I couldn't get it to stick well. I couldn't get the color right, so I decided just to go with this one. Either one will work. I mean, it's not gonna get wet anyway where I'm gonna put it. Just one day if I'll ever wash the house or whatever. But so, you know, this will work. And even if you have some laying around and it's not water resistant, you know, the moisture might get to it eventually. But you know, so it's better just to do it right. You know, might as well use the rubberized, water resistant. You know, keep it from the elements, and you should definitely be hopefully okay. All right, stay tuned. All right, this is going to be the attic setup. Each outlet's going to have an outlet and a Lutron Caseta switch on a metal box. We got the Romex cable. You're gonna need a couple other little things. I have them somewhere. Little metal clips that go here for the Romex cable. So then what I'm gonna do is, and then I'm gonna be able to just connect 24 volt into it. So if this ever goes bad, I could easily just replace it. I don't have to be hardwiring or anything. Just plug it, unplug it, and good to go. So that's gonna be the setup. I'm gonna get the power, since I'm gonna be in the attic, on this side from the motor, the garage door motor. This is gonna be only a 5 amp load, so max. It's not gonna be any more. These are only 5 amps. So if you're gonna run more than 5 amps, don't suggest it, because these are rated for 5 amps. So that's what I have here. So that's what I use for my Christmas lights. So I got them all over the house for the lighting, for, you know, pool light, sconces, entry, patio. So they work pretty good. You can hook up a bunch of them to the little computer and you're good to go. If you have any questions, we shall proceed. All right, guys, after a small little hiccup here, I just realized that I can't use these on these Lutron switches. So I didn't want to cut that. I don't want to lose a warranty on the switch. So this won't allow me to install it. And you want to use these for heat dissipation. So on a regular outlet, they work pretty good, but not in this case. So I'm just going to use plastic box with a regular plastic cover. So that way it's easier for me to put it in. I mean, it's going in the attic anyway, so I'm just not a fan of these boxes, but it works. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right, so I'm going to start wiring it up. Keep you posted. 5 amps. I'm just going to connect the the little module here, the little power supply. If I ever need to replace it, it's replaceable, easy, and it's not going to be hardwired or anything like that. And well, we're going to stay tuned, so we're going to go this route. Okay, here we go. So it's pretty much done. Put a little double-sided tape on here. I know it's a little deep in the section of the attic, but at least it's not in the way, but it's accessible. I added wood, so I got this little section right here all squared away. Try to have a little video of if you want to take a look how I transform my attic to a nice, comfortable section to put a walk around and do a nice storage. But basically, Lutron ready to go. It's plugged in. This outlet, it's completely controlled by the switch. 5 amp only, like I said. So now we're gonna program into the system, and don't worry, I'm gonna add a little thing here. I forget it downstairs, but I'll take care of that. So I got a couple clips on the Romex. I don't want to lose, so very, very simple. I really didn't want to cut the tip of this, but I didn't have the female plug. I ran out, but these are only like 20 bucks, $10. So so now basically you go to the app, add a device, and it'll tell you a switch or any of the other devices that they have available. And you go to the switch, tell it it's a switch, follow the instructions, press and hold down button for 10 seconds until LED blinks quickly. So let's find out. Let's hold it for 10 seconds. The LED on the side. There it goes. Found it. So now it'll give you a list of the things that they have here. Let me see if they have something I could. I'm just gonna put the other playground. call it exterior. Next. You know, you have different options here. Deck lights, sconces. I'm just gonna call it path lights, whatever. Deck lights. Next. Adding device, very simple. That's it, done deal. So go to exterior lights. Oh, let's get out of here. Oh, I'm done. Well, this finishes up. So just to recap, I took the power out of the motor from the garage door opener that I had moved already, since this is a very, you know, small amp, 5 amp switch for the LEDs, and that should be enough to run that. I mean, if you want to do separate with multiple locations, that's up to you, but in this case, at least this side of the house, I'm running it off of here, and then the other side in the attic, there's already an outlet there, which I'm gonna run it off of that, which that'll be my next project after this one, which I'm done here. So if I go here, let's see if it's here. Oh, here it is, the deck lights. So if I turn it on, let's see if the thing turns on. There it goes. It's on. I don't know if you can see outside. Let's see here. You can see the lights turn on and off from here. See how, yeah, so it works. Beautiful. All right, so that's it on this side of the house. You know, very simple. Anybody could do this. DIY. All right, let's go work on the other side. Okay, this side of the house is done. Well, at least in the attic. Still gotta do outside. It started raining, so I'm kind of stuck out here. What I did here, I needed to replace the box. It was a 2-gang, replaced it with a 3-gang, so I could have the outlet, the Lutron switch, and the, you know, the light here for the attic. So didn't want to have like multiple boxes, so I had to rewire everything inside there. But and there's the transformer, you know, just a little wire nut thing, you know, ran the cable over there somewhere. It was a little tough to get it out of the corner with all the trusses, but having the fishing rods to chase cables around the attic helps a lot. And that's pretty much it on this side. The switch is already programmed just like the other side. Now I gotta do the outside, but I have to do it tomorrow because like I say, the rain kind of cut up and it's crazy out there now. All right, we'll jump into that section tomorrow. All right, here we go. What I'm gonna do is, this is the cable that I'm gonna be using. It's all I got right now. And, you know, it's it's a double pair, kind of like a phone cable. I had a long, like 500 feet up there in the attic, so I'm just gonna use that, double it up. But I am gonna solder it right into the actual strip. I don't want to do it here. So get rid of this ugly cable and go from there. And a little soldering iron. Right, so there she is, soldered. I'm gonna put a little bit of tape on it, put it away, and we're good to go. Okay, guys, look at this. All right, so like I mentioned, try to focus here. These little guys. All right, it's a nice little zoomed. Boy, it's windy today. All right, come on, zoom in. Yeah, this phones suck. And so I gotta be careful, it twists there. So I just threw it on top of the hedges. I'm gonna run it all along this little section here. All right, guys, here we go. Just soldered this cable. Stretched out the LED as much as possible. Installed these little like C staples. I had to go all the way to that side because I couldn't access the attic using this corner here, so I had to go all the way to that corner, and even though I had a hard time. So she's pretty much ready to rock and roll. And that's it. All done. All right. Alright, so it's all programmed, ready to rock and roll. All I gotta do is do a schedule for it, a few hours every night, and she's good to go.